Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to Flow with Darja, to this lower body focused yoga class for our hips, legs, and spine. We'll be holding passive poses for about 3 to 4 minutes, and I'll be using a pillow today. So have a pillow or a blanket nearby for some extra support. So when you're ready to get started, roll out your mat and let's begin. We're going to begin in butterfly pose. So bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart, and you can choose how close you want your heels to be to your seat. The closer you bring your feet, the more sensation you might feel. And then gently walk your hands out in front of you, folding forward. Letting your spine round, and let your head relax. And trying to find your edge here, the place where you don't feel like you have to struggle against the pose, and you can breathe easily. Then just hang here, letting the gravity do its job. And the longer you stay in the pose, the more you might feel yourself just slowly and gradually relax down. I won't be talking a lot in this class, so stay with your breath. Focus inwards on your own experience. And just keep breathing in and out through your nose. You can start to push your hands into the ground and slowly lifting your spine back up. And keep breathing as you do this. And then keeping your knees bent, lower yourself all the way down onto your mat. And then walk your heels closer. And now this is optional, but you can take a pillow or a blanket and place it next to your left hip. And then extend the right leg Flex the right foot and then place it below your left knee. And then let your left knee drop to the left side and maybe placing it down onto the pillow. If this is too deep of a stretch for you, you can try sliding your left leg further down to lessen the stretch. Close your eyes if you haven't already, and turn your gaze inwards. And check in with yourself periodically, just to notice if you started to clench any part of your body, or if you become distracted by thoughts or stories. Try to stay in the present moment. Now slowly come back to the present moment. Lift your knee back up. And then hug your knees to your chest. And maybe rocking side to side. Finding some relief in your right hip and your low back. And then let's switch sides, placing the pillow or the blanket close to your right hip, extending your left leg out and flexing the left foot, and then placing it under your right knee. And then letting the right knee drop over to the right side. And again, stay with your breath and find stillness here. Staying present to every sensation that arises here in this pose. Now slowly deepening your breath. And then coming back to the center by lifting your knee. And then find the back of your knees and rock yourself up. Maybe moving into a forward fold. Option to lift your hips up on a pillow or a blanket if you like. Extending both legs out in front of you. And then when you're ready, walk your hands out, folding gently over your legs. Again, letting your back to naturally round and letting your head relax. And also option to have a soft bend in your legs to lessen the sensation in your low back and your hips. And take as much time as you need to settle into the pose. And once you're ready, come back to your breath and staying still in this pose. Slowly now, start lifting your spine back up. And then gently find your way down onto your back for our next pose, sleeping swan. So cross your left leg over your right knee and either staying here or use your arms to pull your right knee in towards you. And holding on behind your thigh or your shin. And try to keep your head and both shoulders down on the mat. Keeping your arms engaged a little, but relaxing your low body fully. let's release the hold of the right leg. And it might feel good to bring your feet wider and then let them drop from side to side to find some release in your left hip. Let's come to the other side. So this time, right ankle crosses over your left knee. An option to stay here or reach through with your arms, drawing your knee closer. Let's release slowly. And again, you might want to let your knees come from side to side a couple of times. And keep breathing. Now coming to stillness, and then hug your knees to your chest, giving yourself one last big hug. And let's find our way to Savasana.